Hi everybody, it's Dr. Marcia in the Worship Design Studio. Just a little video message today to say that I just posted resources for the new theme called Moving Out of Scarcity. That could be a good one around October, maybe including Halloween, All Saints, that kind of thing. But it's really also a good one for stewardship focus. Because it's that play on words, moving out of scarcity, into abundance, living a full life rather than living in fear. So I want to show you where that is. Here we are in the Worship Design Studio going around, and as you may know, I've got all my worship series here. If you click the link that says Worship Series, open that up. And the one that I'm working on most recently will always be at the top here. So there's Moving Out of Scarcity. When you click on Brainstorms, that will open up a window, and then I always put it as a dramatic art, so it's going to be a blue sticky note, but it always says resources for the series. You click on that, and then click on the PDF, and it's going to open up the PDF. Usually it takes a little bit, so just wait for it, because these are really graphic and large files, so you just kind of have to wait, just a little bit for it to come up, because we got lots of good resources here for you. I promise it's going to come up. Really, it's okay. Yay! Okay, moving out of scarcity. As you know, as you may have heard, I worked with some interns this summer, and so they came up with some of these ideas, and I'm really grateful for their work this summer. We had a great time. If you're ever interested in interning with me, just let me know and email me at marcia@marciamcfee.com. So anyway, we have some really great ideas. There's always the synopses of the whole series, and then the synopsis and main scripture for each one of the Sundays. And then we always have lots of resources for the music arts, verbal arts, visual arts, media arts, dramatic arts, all of the different worship arts. So we give you ideas for every Sunday. We don't believe one size fits all, so up to this point we haven't given you full-blown liturgies, but friends, there are just so many ideas here that you practically have everything you need in order to put it together. So one of the things that I suggest is that you read through the whole thing, get a sense of all of the different resources and the feel of the series. Then start to think about your threshold moment. That's the first thing that I do when I begin to brainstorm about how the series is going to go. So let's go back to the brainstorms. I put on here a song. It's actually called You Are Mine. I always call it the Do Not Be Afraid song. It's a beautiful song. You could use it as a prayer song that repeated every week, or it could be a great repeated song as for the threshold moment. And I put a link to an instrumental version of it on YouTube. That's really beautiful. So I'm going to put that on, and I want you to just imagine that you choose a song like this that will set a mood. That's what a threshold moment does. It invites us into the world into which we want people to come and be on this spiritual journey with us. So let's imagine that this is playing, and I'm going to go to this to the synopses for each one of the Sundays, because you could do something like have a pianist play this, and let's say for the first Sunday, after announcements and things, you invite people to a deep breath. You know, we are in a society of more, like skyscrapers that begin to loom over us, casting a shadow below. Our quest for more power, more prestige, more wealth, and domination have created a culture of oppressive not enoughness. We're overwhelmed, we're overworked, we're overstressed. Our perspective of how much we actually have is skewed by the immensity of images of what we ought to have. In this first week of our series, my friends, we begin to confront the myth of scarcity and focus on abundance. And so welcome to the spiritual journey that we'll be on for the next 4 weeks. A spiritual journey into the truth of abundance. all that we need, that offers an alternative vision of how to live our lives. In this series, we'll be moving out of scarcity and traveling to the vast open habitats of God's grace. And perhaps after you do that, of course that would be different every week, you would time it so that you could sing simply the chorus of that song. Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have called you each by name. Come and follow me, I will bring you home. I love you and you are mine. So just imagine, it could be a soloist one week, it could be the choir another week. By the third week, the congregation knows it. Maybe it's the congregation. So that's a threshold moment. Okay, so once I get the threshold moment in my head, I begin to imagine then how we get into each week. But already I've set a taste, a flavor for that series. And so the idea is that if we know how to start, we know what it's going to feel like when we start, then the pieces begin to fall in place. And so that's when you take a look at all of the different resources that we have for the series and really begin to decide how you want to put it together. There really is enough materials here, probably more materials in our resources than you would ever use. But the point is just to give you a whole bunch of ideas so that then you can begin to put that together. You can get jump-started in your own creativity. So friends, I invite you to consider this series. It's a fun play on words, the scarcity, and there's lots of great ideas in here. And I'm grateful for all the people who work for me and help to gather these resources, including this summer my interns. So anyway, have a great time with it, friends, and we'll continue to see you in the studio. Bye.